I've been around this industry long enough to watch good carpenters and builders waste money on ads they didn't understand, following advice that just said get more leads or create more content. Almost every one of them ended up busier but more fragile. You're on the tools all day, quoting at night or maybe on the weekends. Work comes in waves. Referrals aren't predictable like they used to be. So you try ads. You either hand it to an agency and hope they know what they're doing, or you try to learn it yourself and hope something sticks. What comes back is vague. A few clicks, maybe a few impressions, maybe a message, but nothing you can actually use to make proper decisions. So you decide that ads aren't worth the risk. And honestly, that reaction makes sense. I was working closely with construction companies doing high-end brand films across Australia and into the US, and every time we wrapped a shoot, I'd hear the same question. What do I do with the video now, Andy? We've shot this, what's next? So I started running ads using that content. Now, what stood out wasn't that the ads looked bad or anything like that. Most of them were polished, actually cinematic, pretty, professional looking. But the thing was, they were all built around the same assumption that homeowners need to be impressed and know everything about you. And that assumption is what keeps most businesses stuck and frustrated, right? Now, before I break this down further, this is where most people go wrong. They jump straight into running ads without understanding what the system is supposed to do. Now, that's why I've put a free startup playbook in the description below. It doesn't ask you to spend any money. It doesn't tell you to just launch ads. It simply shows you step by step how to run Facebook ads that actually work for carpenters and residential builders. If ads have ever felt risky, start there. Now, let me explain why this matters. Most builder ads are designed to impress. I get it. Nice finishes, clean after shots, polished videos, but homeowners aren't asking, does this look nice? They're asking, will this blow out my budget? Fear-based questions. Will this drag on longer than they promised? Will communication disappear halfway through the project? If your ad doesn't reduce those fears quickly, you look like everyone else. And that's the problem. And when ads don't remove risk, demand stays inconsistent. Now that's the real issue. Not Facebook, not the platform, not the algorithm, not that ads don't work for trades. Here's where most builders and carpenters get stuck. They think ads exist to get more leads, but more leads without control just means more noise. If demand is inconsistent, you can't hire, so you can get off the tools more. You're left wearing 12 hats. So you stay busy but fragile, and that's how you burn out. This is why one clear system matters. One part, ad, inquiry, process, contract. The ads that work locally are boring on purpose. They don't try to impress. They try to make saying yes feel safe. This is where people lose money. They scale ads before they understand what's actually happening. They don't know what a good inquiry actually costs them, right? They don't know how to structure their sales process or what happens after a lead comes in right from that first touch point. So when they increase their ad spend, they just amplify the chaos. Before you ever think about big numbers, you need predictable cost per inquiry, a repeatable sales process. You want to have confidence turning your ads on and off. And if ads feel stressful, you don't have a scaling problem, you have a clarity problem. And clarity always comes first. So for a trade business doing $1 million plus with Facebook ads, it isn't about tricks. It's about ads that reduce risk and don't overly impress. One simple, repeatable system. Now, when you understand those three, ads stop feeling random, they become predictable. If this video feels different to most marketing advice you hear, now that's intentional. You guys don't need hype, you need understanding. Marketing shouldn't be a black box. If you want to see the starter system, laid out clearly on how to create high converting ads in 30 minutes, a free playbook is in the description below. Guys, no pressure, just clarity, as I said. And if this helped you think different about ads, subscribe and I'll keep breaking this stuff down in a way that actually makes sense for you.